This is Chad and Dalton here at Coyote Classics in Green, Iowa, and today we're checking out an absolutely beautiful 1979 Pontiac Trans-Am. All right, we're behind the wheel right now of one of the nicest driving Trans-Ams that we've had in a long time.
You're right about that, Dalton. I love it. I love the color. I love everything about it. Gas gauge works, amp gauge works, it's charging right at 14. The factory clock works, oil pressure's right at about 70 pounds. It's still kind of on our fast idle. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's idling about 700 RPM right now. Wipers work perfect. AM, FM, digital, radio.
Yep, and we have the original in the trunk.
Yep, sure do. It's got speakers in the front and the rear. Rear defrost, it's working excellent.
How often does the rear defrost work? That's impressive too.
It doesn't usually. Air conditioning works, heat works. It's a nice day. We could have our window down, but just for the sake of sealing it up. Even inside the console. The console's in excellent shape. And so is the inside lid.
You know, all around the edges on this car are just still, you know, quality.
As we hit the Trans-Am shifter, so many times those things want to pop out, or the transmission wants to clunk in. This just super smooth. Cigarette lighter works, popped right out. It's so quiet in here too.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah, it seals up perfect.
Brakes work great. No pull left or right.
And if you're watching this and you're looking for something that you can just get in, you know, take a couple 100-mile cruise on the weekend, just enjoy. Know you got a nice driving Trans-Am that's reliable. You know, look no further. This one would be perfect for you.
Yeah, that's what this car is, right, D?
Yep.
Even the back package tray is just crystal clean, isn't it?
Yeah, the interior is super, super impressive. So many times you know, they look worn out in these Trans-Ams.
Yeah.
Run, Bandit, run.
Shifts right at 4,000 RPM into second. Goes 75 mile an hour. 35, 40. Shifts into third at 90.
Suspension feels great going over the bridge.
At that. Oh yeah, 85 mile an hour. No hands on the wheel there. We have to take the curve. 25, 2,600 RPM at 80.
Yeah, and how about the wind noise? Absolutely none.
Kick down works great. 4 barrels open right up.
Yeah.
How smooth is the shocks and just the suspension?
It's absolutely. This is a Trans-Am that I could get on the phone with you if you're interested in it. And, you know, I would love for you to have it because it's just so nice. I know that you're going to get in it and be like, hey, thanks for pushing me to buy this thing, because there's not another one like it.
It's just a wow driving experience. That's exactly what it is. We do have a lot of classics and we have a lot of nice ones. But this Trans-Am is just, like I said, so user-friendly to where it's got the air, it's got the cruise, and the cruise works, radio, stereo, everything. I feel good about selling this to anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get her back and go around it, check her out.
Sounds good.
Now we're going to go around this car really close, point out anything that we see as far as like imperfections, but I can tell you with this car there's not many.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous car. It's a beautiful Survivor with one excellent repaint, Dalton.
And this car, when you initially drove it, I mean, you had a shit-eating grin on your face from ear to ear. You just loved the way it drives, loved how everything worked on it. Just fantastic.
It's just one of these cars you can sell to anybody. You don't have to be an expert in classic cars to own this one. I mean, you jump in and drive it. The cruise control worked on our test drive. Everything worked, including the clock. Just fantastic 1979 Pontiac Trans-Am.
And those are the cars that we like to sell. We don't do any consignment. So we go out and we find cars like this that like we can be super excited to sell to somebody. You know, we can feel really good about the customer getting this car and absolutely loving it.
Exactly. And like I said, give us a call because this one is fantastic. There's no disappointments in it, inside and out. But the best thing about it is the way it handles down the road. Transmission kicks down. This 403 Olds motor really still has a lot of snort to it. I mean, it shifts great, drives great, and it's got some power. Mm-hmm. Cruise control, factory air conditioning, brand new Napa Legend battery, power steering, power disc brakes, original heritage brown. It's got the camel tan interior.
And I really like the color combination on this car just because it's something that you really don't see that often. You know, back in '79, you'd see a lot more, you know, Trans-Ams this color than you do today. You know, so many of them have been resprayed red or black or brown. Not brown. They've been resprayed.
Red or black, right?
Red or black. But, you know, I love the original brown on this.
You know, we've had a ton of, we put this on Facebook here last week. We had a ton of action on this. Mm-hmm. Just ton of compliments, loving the color. Which I do too. You know, it's it matches the wheels very, you know, awesome. And how about those? I'm going to just jump back here to the rear slats and the trim done in this kind of a, I'm going to say gold to match the bird. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Yeah, the neat thing with this car too is if you like the initial appearance, though, you're only going to love it more as you look closer. You know, there's some cars that the closer you look, the more you're like, this car, the closer the look, the more you fall in love. Yeah, I would agree 100%. Tail lights are beautiful. Rear bumper looks great. Gaps are all excellent. As we look up and down the sides, love the dual Trans-Am tips. Tires look good. Laser straight. Tires are real decent. They're not new. You can see they've had a little wear here, but goes down the road great. Rocker panel, the corner of the door fits in there nicely. Again, one repaint just on the exterior. Original door rubber still, and look how nice and pliable they are. Door jamb paint, a lot of that looks to be original. Then as soon as you open the door, you know, all the interior lights came on just like they should. Looks like it has tilt wheel, which I love to have in a classic car. Just makes it way more comfortable to drive and you know, makes it a little more user-friendly no matter, you know, how big or tall you are. Yeah, when you sit in the wheel of this sit behind the wheel, this Trans-Am, I mean, you just feel like you're back in 1979, back in the good old days. The tilt wheel, and so many times these tilts are all wore out, you guys, and this is super tight. It's got 109,844 miles, and look at the top of the dash pad's perfect. Really, really nice. The paint on that's excellent. It's got the original AM FM radio in the trunk, which you'll see in our pictures. It's got an aftermarket Pontiac AM FM digital. Clock's working. Look at the kick panel still. I mean, all the plastic and the kick panels are great. Headliner's excellent. Dome light works well. Rear view mirror is nice and tight and clean. And you can see it's the original. It's got just a little bit of wear on it, but still excellent. That's what's so neat with this car too. A lot of times you'll see these Trans-Ams and they're just, you can tell throughout the years they've just been kind of abused. You know, a lot of them are, you know, high school cars. You know, teenagers would get drunk and beat the hell out of them. You know, this car's always been just, you know, grandma owned. I don't know if I'd call this a grandma trend. No, but I'm saying it was owned by somebody, you know, much like my grandmother. An adult, what's it say? Adult driven. Yeah, adult owned. Maybe grandpa owned? I don't know, maybe. Again, gaps are awesome here. Over the wheel well, the body and paint is great. I can't wait to see it outside too. This metallic on this paint is great. It's a good looking color. The doors fit in there perfect. So many times these dog legs all rust out and bubble out. This one's excellent. Rocker panel's good. Back of the hood lines up well. And I was underneath this car and did the undercarriage photos. You know, you can see those on our website, coyoteclassics.com. This Trans-Am underneath, super, super solid. You know, one of the most solid Trans-Ams I've seen. Did you? Yeah, you took the undercarriage photos of this one? Yep. You can see original paint here. All the way in the jams is original. I'm not sure on the interior if the seats have been redone or not. It's possible that they are still the original. They're nice and soft. Carpet's excellent still. Door jamb is great. Roof rail rubber is still original as well and still pliable. You can see the original, just a little wear right in there. Would help me with the seat, D. It's got the correct seat belts in the back. The door panels are great. Back seat's excellent. I don't see any cigarette burns. And that's another thing, these Trans-Ams back in the era, you know, a lot of them, if they were the original seats, had a bunch of cigarette burns. This one doesn't. License light screws. Crazy. Tells a lot about the previous owner, original owner's manual in there. Got a thing for the radio.
It's a beaut.
She is a beaut. Let's go ahead and open the trunk, and then we'll fire it up.
Again, on the website, coyoteclassics.com, you're going to see all the undercarriage photos, trunk photos, price, and our contact information if you want some more.
Look at this. Original paint in the jams. I mean, it's just perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Perfect.
Impressive. Trunk light works.
All the correct stickers, original paint there as well. Here's the original radio, which we AM, FM, 8-track. Okay.
Neat.
Yeah.
How about the jacket spare in there,
It's
just
all
like
there.
it should.
Look at here.
It even has the little bottle here. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's kind of a fix-a-flat.
Fix-a-flat thing.
Yeah.
That's
Jack's
impressive.
all tucked up in there with the speakers.
How nice.
Yeah, if you're looking for a nice Trans-Am, look no further. You don't have to worry about the T-tops leaking and don't have them.
Yep. It's got a hell of a stance. Beautiful look. Chattel fired up. We can hear how that engine idles. Exhaust sounds nice. Fantastic car. That's why they call it a shaker hood.